Good morning and welcome to day 13 of bikepacking, mostly the perimeter of Britain, fundraising for Movember. Yesterday, as I'm sure you saw, was a day where I just felt very intimidated and unsafe. So after about 50k of riding on some of the most dangerous roads I've ever ridden, we ended up getting in the car because luckily I've got Jack around for a few days at the moment. And then today's plan has had some modifications. So the plan is to basically ride up the Kerrang climb. Hopefully it's early enough that it's not too busy. Descend that, ride down the west coast of Skye a bit until getting back on that horrible busy main road, where I will jump back in the car for a safety aspect, and then aiming to get a ferry across to Scotland again. So the tweaked plan for day 13 was basically to ride the Kerrang climb in the middle of the Isle of Skye and then ride down the west side until it rejoins back onto the big nasty road. At that point I was going to get in the car, we were going to drive a section of it and then basically ride to the ferry port in Armidale to get back to Scotland. Now basically we found out during this trip that the ferry had no room for cars, so that was the first problem that happened. So we then detoured to get back around to mainland Scotland over the bridge in the Isle of Skye. Just to shout out to Birch Coffee for making exceptionally good coffee and fantastic cookies. And anyway, we ended up back on the road and I was aiming to do about 100 or 150k towards Fort William. Unfortunately, that didn't work. I snapped a spoke on the road in the middle of nowhere near Glencoe, I think it was. Not ideal. So I'm kind of in the middle of nowhere and I've broken a spoke. So, don't know how. The road surface here is great. It just went pop. So I'm trying to get to Fort William. So that's the hope, is that there might be a bike shop there that can help. It's been incredibly lucky to have Jack for the last few days. So luckily I wasn't left stranded at the side of the road. We got in the car and headed towards Fort William to Nevis Cycles. And the guys there managed to sort out a solution that would kind of work for the time being with a new spoke. We then had some pizza and we met a very lovely dog. And hopefully tomorrow is going to be a better day.